Hello and welcome to Wayne Hills Field. I am Jared Pohl alongside Joey Cunningham. Let's watch some Wayne Hills baseball.
Yeah, I'm excited for what this one's going to have in store for us between Wayne Hills and DePaul. John Barone on the hill.
That's right. He's definitely one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher on Wayne Hills roster, so it should be a very good day for Wayne Hills. And the game looks like it started a little early, so this is the first batter up to bat. And it looks like that will be that's number 2, Yanni Kobilic. That's up to bat first. He takes a timeout.
John trying to get on the same page with his catcher, Mason Smith. Try and get top of the order out in a couple pitches.
That's right. So we're waiting for the pitch, and looks a little low. It's a ball. And the righty deals. It's a fly, and it drops into right field. And number 30 fields the ball. It looks like it will be an outfield single for number 2.
Yeah, Yanni starting off DePaul's day with a nice single. You always want to get Wayne Hills a little rattled here in the first inning.
That's right. So at the bat next will be number 1, Mikey Ramundo. He looks like he is a righty, and it'll be a called strike.
John Barone just got to do a better job locating and mixing up his pitches, and he'll have an easy time with this DePaul Spartans lineup.
That's right. He's going to want to paint the strike zone. Maybe kind of test out the umpire's his strike zone. It looks like a DePaul player will steal second base, and there's no throw from the catcher. It looks like he bobbled the ball, so DePaul will have a runner on second. And it's still a 0-0 game.
Yeah, Mason Smith on the throw looked like he bobbled a little bit. Looked like he tried getting out of his glove a little too early.
And Barone's ready for his next pitch, and the righty deals. Looks a little low. It'll be a ball.
Mason did a pretty good job framing that one. If I was an ump right there, I probably would have gave him the call.
That's right. He's a pretty good framer. He's one of the better catchers in the division that Wayne Hills plays in. And called strike. Nice pitch by Barone. Bottom left corner of the strike zone. And the runner on second gets a little bit of a lead. And another strike. First strikeout of the night for John Barone. And we will see the third batter in DePaul's lineup, who is Nate Bird, who's also the pitcher for this DePaul team.
Yeah, Nate's a great pitcher. Let's see if he can help himself out right here, maybe get himself a run in.
That's right. We see at the high school level, we see pitchers who can rake. That's what they're called. We don't really see that too much in the MLB.
Yeah, especially right here, Nate. He's a bigger kid. He can easily really hit the long ball. He does a really good job of that.
That's right. And Brown deals, and it is a foul tip.
With one, if this runner from second can't score, that'd be a lost cause because they had him on second with no outs, and for him not even to be at third right now is an issue.
That's right. DePaul is going to want to advance base runners very early in this game because we know Wayne Hills get very hot very quickly. And Barone deals. Looks a little low, so it'll be a ball.
Yeah, John tried making him chase a pitch right there. We'll maybe see that on the other end with John Batten. I'm pretty sure a third or fourth in our lineup.
That's right. And Barone throws it again in the dirt. Looks like he's a little behind in the count right now. And it is a nice hit, line drive to outfield, and a throw comes in, and Barone throws it to home, but not in time, so the score will be 1-0, and it is a single for DePaul right there.
Yeah, Nate Bird he got the fastball he wanted because after John had 2 strikes on and wasted a couple pitches, he kind of had to throw the fastball again to strike out, but Nate did a good job getting his hands in front of the ball. And look, DePaul's up 1-0. Let's see if Nate Bird can hold this lead on the other end of it.
That's right. He will be pitching come time when the Patriots get their third out. But for now, Barone is going to try to work out of the situation he just put himself into. And the pitch is a strike. 0-1 count.
Yeah, John just got to worry about after getting hits, after giving up hits, he's just got to keep his composure and he'll get the outs he needs.
That's right. It's a ball, so it'll be a 1-1 count. John Barone, very good at making his pitches at a point where the batter can't really hit it very well. So we'll try to see him, put some nice pitches on the plate. And the runner will go, but with a foul tip. It'll be a 1-2 count.
Third base coach gave him the hit and run sign right there. Look, batter did a great job executing it, but John just throwing a pitch up in the hands, and he really couldn't get his batter on time.
That's right. Very hard pitch for the batter to hit. We'll see if Barone can get his second strikeout. Man gets a lead on first base. And it's a grounder to the second baseman who throws it out. That's a second out. Runner advances to second. Nice play by the second baseman. I'm pretty sure it's Dean Holbert on getting that ground ball and getting the second out of the inning.
Yeah, our second base and shortstop duo of Dean Holbert and Jason Sanfilippo always making plays left and right. I mean, anything up the middle, they got 100%. But it's just going to be dependent on them, too, to see if they can turn simple outs into double plays.
That's right. Definitely good to have a good connection between the shortstop and the second baseman, as they're really the key to getting most outs in double plays. And Barone deals, and it looks like it's a 1-0 count with a low pitch right there. Man on second will get a little bit of the lead as Barone winds up. And it's called strike. 1-1 count.
I think these DePaul batters are going to work John Barone in deep counts. I mean, they're going to try and run his pitch count up, see what the bullpen's got in store for the DePaul Spartans.
Right, when you're facing what you could consider as an ace, you definitely want to get their pitch count very high. And strike.
John had him chasing right there. Looked like he was looking for the fastball. John gave him a little bit of a change up inside.
Yeah, great pitch choice by Barone right there. Now he's working with a 1-2 count. It's a little low. Mason Smith does a good job of blocking the plate in order to make sure that runner on second does not advance. So it'll be a 2-2 count. The score is 1-0 in DePaul's favor. And the righty strikes him out. Second strikeout of the inning, and we'll be seeing the Wayne Hills lineup. We'll see in a little bit.
Tobacco still remains the single largest probable cause of death and disease in the United States. Cigarette smoking kills more than 480,000 Americans each year, with more than 41,000 of these deaths from exposure to secondhand smoke. In addition, smoking-related illness in the United States costs more than $300 billion a year, including nearly $170 billion a year in direct medical care for adults and $156 billion a year in lost productivity. In 2015, an estimated 15% of these were current smokers. Of these, 75% smoked every day, and 24% smoked some days. Young people need to be the generation to stop smoking. Don't be the ones to stay away from smoking.
And welcome back to Patriots Field. I'm Jared Pohl alongside Joey Cunningham. And we'll see DePaul's pitcher, who is number 34, Nate Bird. He'll go against Wayne Hill's lineup, who features today number 7, Holbert batting up first. Number 9, Louis DeGotti up second. John Barone, the pitcher, third. In the fourth spot in the lineup, number 25, Patrick Gilmore. Fifth in the lineup, number 30, Chris Houston. Sixth in the lineup, Jason Sanfilippo. Seventh in the lineup, Mason Smith. Eighth in the lineup, Anthony Cuso. And ninth in the lineup, Josh Kurzer. So there's definitely a lot of power and speed in this Wayne Hills lineup. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look, if Wayne Hills can get into Nate Bird's head just a little early, I mean, he mostly just throws fastballs. So, I mean, if they can work his count and even get on base with walks, they're just a team with speed and power. They can just steal bases, get around, and everyone can bat each other home. I mean, that's the best part about this Wayne Hills lineup.
That's right. It's definitely good to have speed on the base path. We saw Bird line warming up a little before the game, and he was definitely throwing some major heat. He's a very big kid, so we'll see how Dean Holbert, who's up first, will deal with this pitcher's heat.
Yeah, Nate Bird in top of the first inning. I mean, not only can he pitch, but he can hit too. He delivered the only RBI of this game for the DePaul Spartans.
That's right. It's good to see at this high school level players who could, contribute defensively and offensively, especially as a pitcher. And Holbert will take the first pitch, which is a ball, so it'll be a 1-0 count. Bird winds up. Holbert short, and Dean Holbert runs out the short little bloop single. Nice shot by him.
Yeah, nice little infield single right there by Dean Holbert. I mean, there it is, the speed. Dean Holbert hits a ball, doesn't even get out of the outfield, doesn't even get out of the infield, but Dean Holbert's able to run it out and make a nice play to first base.
That's right. It's good to see a lot of effort right out of the gates for the Patriots, who are in a 1-0 hole at the moment. Up the bat next is Louis DeGotti, number 9, who is a lefty. He takes a strike.
Yeah, DeGotti, only a sophomore. Good to see him batting in the tool.
It's good to see definitely some younger underclassmen for Wayne Hills contributing to the team, especially in an important hole, the 2-hole, important position. He lays down a bunt. The ball player fields and throws it to first. Unfortunately, DeGotti, with a lot of bursts at the end, unable to make it to first base.
Yeah, but Lewis made the sacrifice that was still needed in order to get Dean Holbert to second base, and now he can score on any moment.
Yeah, a good call by the Wayne Hills manager to move Holbert to second base, as they don't want to fall into a deficit very early. Maybe get the score 1-1. So now we'll see the pitcher, John Barone, take a ball.
Let's see if John Barone could do what Nate Bird did in the first inning, helping himself out, maybe tie this game up a little bit.
That's right, and he looks like he's got a little power to him too, his build. So Bird, ready to throw his next pitch. And a nice hit. And the outfielder, he drops the ball, but he's able to throw it to the cutoff man. So it's a single for Barone that advances the runner to third.
Yeah, John's been swinging the bat really hot as late. I mean, yesterday, especially against West Milford, he hit a home run right over the left field fence. And that's how you help yourself out. I mean, this Wayne Hills lineup, everyone could could have their own contribution to this team, and John's hitting and pitching.
That's right. In every single facet possible, it's good to have contributors to your team. And Patrick Gilmore will be up to bat right now, looking to get his first RBI of the day. Bird ready to throw his pitch. The righty deals. Gilmore takes a ball. Looks like Holbert's taking a little bit of a lead. Bird deals and called strike, 1-1 count. Nice pitch placement by Bird right there.
Yeah, Nate Bird's really got the ability to really locate that fastball exactly where he wants it to be, and that's why he's such a good pitcher and hitter. I mean, on the hitting aspect of it, he just knows where pitchers are going to go in certain situations.
That's right, and the pitcher Bird tries to pick off Barone at first, but Barone beats out the throw. Barone looks like he's about to steal, and Bird throws it back to first. And Barone is able to beat off the pitch again. Looks like Barone's taking a little bit less of a lead. And swing and a miss. Second strike for Bird right there.
Pat Gilmore, Wayne Hills really needs to get his runner from third and Dean Holbert. I mean, anything on the ground, I mean, as long as he beats out double play, they should be good to go. Tie this game up at 1.
And it looks like DePaul fly ball down the right field line and goes into the dugout. It looks like the infield is staying a little back. They're expecting Patrick Gilmore to show some power right here. So with 2 strikes, he's got to be a little careful. And the pitcher tries to pick off Barone again, but he's able to beat it. Looks like Bird's trying to catch Barone at first. The low pitch that gets away from the catcher. But no runners advance. Looks like Gilmore struck out there, so we'll see number 30, Chris Houston, come up the bat. Righty has a ton of power, as I played floor hockey against him, and every single slap shot from him, definitely you could feel it. Barone trying to pick off, but Dean Holbert advances home. Nice base running by him right there.
Yeah, nice play by Holbert, recognizing that as soon as Bird made his move to first, that Dean had the green light to go, and that's all coaching right there, to be honest, because manager knew what Bird was going to do. He's done it multiple times this inning, and Dean able to take advantage of it.
That's right, and pitch went by, and we'll see another pitch. Chris Houston up to bat. Score 1-1 at the moment. Bird throws his pitch. Little low. Called ball. So with runner on third and first, Patriots, 2 outs in a good position. Houston takes pitch, very low ball in the dirt. Barone taking a little bit of a lead at first. Nice eye by Chris Houston, who will earn a walk.
Yeah, Chris right there doing a really nice job of working Nate Bird, knowing that there's a runner on first. There's no real hitting opportunity to get the runner in, so Chris doesn't really have to force anything upon himself. Takes the easy walk.
That's right. It's good to get your walks in. And we'll see number 2, Jason Sanfilippo, the shortstop, up to bat next with the bases loaded in a 1-1 game. It'll hopefully be the righty driving in a couple of runs here, and would give Wayne Hills their first lead of the game. Bird winds up, and the righty throws. Fouled off by Jason Sanfilippo. Chris Houston.
Bird's throwing a lot of pitches this inning. I mean, that pitch count's rising a little bit. I mean, you can see it from both pitchers. John Barone and Nate Bird throwing a lot of pitches. I mean, looks like this game might include the bullpen.
That's right, and with a called strike right there, I agree with you completely. Wayne Hills has been able to work the DePaul starting pitcher, Bird, which is a very good thing for them because he's one of their best pitchers. And get him out of the game would be good for Wayne Hills and their odds at winning this game. So Sanfilippo at bat in a 1-1 game will look to increase Wayne Hills' lead. We'll see if he does it on this next pitch. And Bird throws in. It's in the dirt and gets behind the catcher. Looks like runners will advance.
So now instead of first and second, we got second and third, and Jason Sanfilippo's at bat just becomes that more important to the Patriots.
That's right. Looks like Bird's been a little reckless with his throws. It's gotten beat away from the catcher. I think, was this the second or third time this game alone? We're in the first inning. And a strike. Strike 3. Bird strikes out Sanfilippo, get himself out of the situation, and we'll see next part of the DePaul lineup. In DePaul, coming back with the DH, number 44, Justin Mercogliano up to bat. Barone throws his pitch a little high for a 1-0 count. Barone throws and called strike to make it a 1-1 count. Score here at Patriot Field, 1-1. And it is the top of the second inning. Barone throws and foul tip behind the dugout. Make it a 1-2 count. Barone throws a little low. Nice try for Mason Smith trying to frame the pitch right there.
Close pitch right there by John Barone, throwing one of those off-speed pitches. I mean, he's getting them all game with him. It's just he's got to work them in the right counts.
That's right. And strike 3 right there. John Barone strikes out number 44, Justin Mercogliano, to bring up number 25, Kyle Lessler to the plate.
Yeah, it's going to be this lower part of the order to see how dynamic this DePaul lineup is. I mean, if the bottom of the order works into the top of the order, I mean, this team could be really hard to beat.
That's right, and a little high pitch from Barone right there to make it a 1-0 count. It's definitely good to have hitting all over your lineup, not just the top of your lineup where you see a lot of speed and power, but the bottom of your lineup. The pitch gets away from Mason Smith. No runners advance because there are no runners on base.
I think John's just got to go right at the lower part of the order with just fastballs. I mean, the pitch count's pretty high right now.
Yeah, that's right. He wants to minimize those pitches in order to try to rest the rest of the Patriots bullpen. Barone threw another ball. He winds up and a foul tip. So Lessler in his batting stance, ready to see Barone's next pitch. Barone throws it very low, a little over the plate. I think it's a 3-1 count. Another low pitch, and it'll be a walk. John Barone trying to throw off speed. Batter did not bite, so we will see base runner number 7 on base. The next batter to come up will be number 10, Sal Rufino.
Yeah, let's see if John's just going to keep throwing his normal stuff, or if John's just going to keep working off speed a little bit. I mean, a pitch gets by the catcher. I mean, this runner's at second in scoring position.
Number 7, Scott West, who is just up to bat, was thinking about going to second base, stealing, but he thought better of it and went back to first base. He takes a little bit of a lead right here. Barone tries to pick him off, and first baseman not able to get him in time.
Yeah, Pat Gilmore, a very taller, much taller first baseman. I mean, he's the best possible situation for first baseman because he's very hard to miss when you're a third baseman trying to make a play.
That's right, with a long reach, very hard to miss a man. Catcher tries to pick off the base runner. Gilmore tags him just in case. He throws back to the pitcher. Barone ready to throw his next pitch. Runner takes off, and it's a foul tip.
Yeah, I think DePaul's working the hit and run a lot so they don't get forced into a double play and end the inning. DePaul's just looking to extend the inning, extend Barone's pitch count, and ultimately win the game.
That's right. DePaul's main goal here is to try to tire out Barone because he is the best pitcher they'll face today. And it's a little bit of a line drive right past Patrick Gilmore, but it goes foul. So we'll see what John Barone throws next. Maybe he tries to go off speed and get the hitter to hit and miss, or maybe he shows some heat. The runner takes off and safe at second base, but strikeout for the DePaul player.
Yeah, John's really working the pitch count too. I mean, he has a lot of strikeouts. It's just that increases your pitch count, but not a bad play by DePaul. At least if you get the strikeout, at least move the runner up to second base with 2 outs.
And that's right, Joey. We'll see number 23, John Amadeo, up to bat next, who's a righty. Barone takes a timeout. He walks off the mound. There's a 1-1 game still here at Patriot Field with runner on second. And called strike. Nice pitch by Barone to have the hitter look at that strike. Runner at second takes a little bit of a lead. Strike again. Two strikes.
John doing a great job mixing up the pitches right here. I mean, first pitch comes with a changeup. Hitter was looking fastball, and then the second pitch, he's looking changeup again. John hits him with a fastball. He doesn't have much time to react.
That's right, and swinging strike 3. Great looking inning from John Barone, and we'll see next part of this Wayne Hills lineup.
Water, Earth's most precious resource. With 75% of the Earth covered in water, many people may not even consider the damage we can deal to the environment by polluting our water. When water is polluted, it becomes undrinkable for humans and a dangerous habitat for the wildlife. If you live near the Pompton Lakes area, you may feel this effect stronger than other members of your community. Recently, after many years of pollution have left a mark on the once beautiful Pompton Lake, cleanup efforts have started in an attempt to recover the lake to its former beauty and make it safe once again. While these efforts have managed to make progress in restoring the lake, they could still use support to ensure that the lake is fully returned to us. That is why many organizations are forming that you can donate to help support the lake. Or you can help by just simply reducing your waste and making sure that none of the waste produced in your home or even your neighborhood ends up dumped in the lake.
Welcome back to Patriots Field. We'll see next hitter for the Patriots come out to bat. We've seen Patriots get a new coach this year, as we saw Jalalia last year. He left, so we see Coach Joe Mouse. Have you heard anything about him, Joey?
Yeah, I mean, when he left, when Jalalia left, I immediately asked the players, like, who do you guys want? They just said they wanted a leader, someone who's going to stay strong with their team, and that's exactly what they got.
That's right. I've heard he's a very good leadership guy, and he definitely pushes this team to its limits, and we've seen some good results so far from this team. Mason Smith, lefty, is up to bat. It looks like he takes a strike. Mason Smith, the catcher, obviously in a premium power position. We'll see if he could power this ball past the infield and get on base. called strike. Smith has been seeing this pitcher, Bird, how he's throwing, taking in 2 balls. And it's low. Nice eye by Smith right there. And Bird will wind up. Already ready to throw. Smith, the lefty, ready to face him. Bird throws and strike. 2 strikes now for Mason Smith.
Yeah, Mason put himself on right here in the leadoff role in the inning. I mean, he could set the Patriots up for a nice inning.
That's right. Bird throws again. Very close, but it's a ball. We'll see if Bird tries to get Mason Smith swing and miss right here. And he walks him. Great concentration by Mason Smith to get on to first base.
Yeah, Mason doing a good job working on Bird's pitch. I mean, that's been the story all game, is who's going to be forced to go to their bullpen first. And Mason's going to get a pinch runner right here.
Yeah, it looks like that's number 1. Not too sure who the base runner is, but we'll see how he runs on the bases with, looks like, number 3, Anthony Cuso, up to bat, who is a righty. Looks like he was showing bunt, but it's tipped backwards. The base runner is number 1, Matthew Klarberg. Bird tries to pick off Klarberg at first, but too late. Klarberg is definitely one of the speedier players on Wayne Hill's roster. And shows bunt again. Looks like it's called strike for Anthony Cuso.
It's all hidden time now for Cuso. I mean, 2 strikes, and he bunts 1 foul. I mean, that's just a strikeout and a wasted at bat for Wayne Hills. They're going to see if they can get any more productivity out of Cuso with 2 strikes on him.
That's right. We'll see if Cuso could get a hit here and advance Klarberg. He takes another strike, and it'll be strike 3. Anthony Cuso goes down. Next, we'll see number 24, Josh Kurzer, up to bat. Nice to see Wayne Hills with the balanced lefty-righty lineup. We've seen pretty much a 50-50 split of righty and lefty batters. Kurzer takes strike. Matt Klarberg on first with an out, and Wayne Hills and DePaul are tied at 1-1 apiece. And the pitcher tries to pick off Matt Klarberg at first, but not in time. Bird has turned to his pickoff move at first a bunch of times this game so far. Kurzer with a high fly ball, and looks like it'll be a foul ball. So we've seen Bird throw a bunch of pitches this inning. It should be interesting to see if this affects the way he approaches the rest of this game.
Yeah, I mean, Bird's just normally a fastball guy. I mean, this Wayne Hills lineup should get to him after a certain amount of pitches.
That's right, with only 1+ pitch. Eventually, the second time in the lineup, even the later part of the Wayne Hills lineup, they'll be able to figure out where Bird has been putting his pitches.
Yeah, Kurzer right here, I mean, he's a power lefty in the lineup. I mean, if he can get a hold of one, I mean, you could see a runner, especially like Matt Clarber, get all the way from first to home.
And Bird again tries to pick off Klarberg at first, but he's unable to. So we'll see. We'll see him pitch to Kurzer again. Klarberg takes a nice lead off of first base. And Kurzer with a nice deep hit, but it's foul again. A little past the third baseline. So 2 strikes until the next batter. Kurzer with his batting stance. Takes a little bit of a bloop infield single and not in time. Kurzer out at first, but he advances Klarberg to second on a fielder's choice.
Josh Kurzer making a nice heads-up play. I mean, as soon as he hit it, he knew he had to get over to first base, and he almost beat out the throw. Nate Bird a little lazy on the fielding there.
That's right. He didn't really show too much need to throw it very fast right there. He kind of took his time. So we'll see number 7, Dean Holbert, the leadoff hitter again. And he fouls it right into the wall of the DePaul dugout. We saw some of the guys inside the dugout move a little bit.
Yeah, that's got to keep your adrenaline pumping if you're DePaul. I mean, this is a big game, and you don't want to risk it by just hanging out outside the bench area.
That's right. That's why there's a fence in front of there, because you can see damage that a stray baseball that's fouled off could do. So Dean Holbert, lefty, who is the leadoff hitter in this 1-1 game, will be up for the second time this game after he came off with a leadoff single and takes a strike. Nice pitch by Bird. So it looks like Klarberg will get a little bit of a leadoff second, and Kurzer takes a ball. Good concentration on taking the ball right there. Looks like the second baseman. Foul tip by Josh Kurzer. Looks like the second baseman and shortstop are trying to play with Klarberg. Keep on moving away from the bag in order to draw him off and maybe pick him off.
Yeah, they don't want Matt Clarber to take too big of a lead. I mean, especially when Nate Bird, someone who doesn't really throw back to second that often. I mean, normally he'll step off, but he'll never throw back. Try to keep him close.
Kurzer will take another very close pitch, but it'll be a ball. Kurzer takes another ball. Very close pitches we've seen on this last up bat for Kurzer. So we'll see another foul ball by Josh Kurzer, definitely working up Bird's pitch count.
Yeah, Nate Bird throwing a lot of 2-strike fastballs right here. I mean, if you're a hitter, yeah, I know what's coming. I mean, you can't really fend off anything. I mean, Nate throws heat. If he can get into the hands of a hitter, it's very hard to come around and swing just in time for that one.
So we'll see Nate Bird wind up to pitch again. Dean with another tip that looks like it hits the DePaul dugout. So as we can see from the batting stats, looks like Holbert is hitting 300. As we hear from the fans here at Patriot Field, great at bat for Dean Holbert, who earns the walk.
Yeah, Dean found off a lot of pitches. I'm pretty sure that was around a 9-pitch at bat right there, and that's just Bird's pitch count going up just to let a runner walk free to first base.
Yeah, and we'll see number 9, Louis DeGotti, up to bat with Holbert on first and Klarberg on second. Looks like DeGotti is hitting 200 this year. And the ball gets past the catcher, and both runners advance with Klarberg to third and Holbert to second.
Louis DeGotti's at bat becomes a lot bigger right here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning.
That's right. This could be a game-determining outcome in this out bat, where if we see the runners advance, maybe DePaul might not be able to come back from a deficit. Bird pitches and dropped again by the catcher, but he's able to control it. So it's another ball.
I think we got a 3-0 count right now for Louis DeGotti if he can get up. I mean, your 3-hitter, John Barone, who singled in his last at-bat, another single will probably bring in 2.
That's right, and we see as DeGotti takes a strike, we see the second part for the Wayne Hills lineup, the first part of their lineup. They're at their second time facing Bird, so might be able to get a feel of his pitches a little better. We see an infield bloop to the pitcher, and he throws it to first and out, so we'll have 3 outs. The runner stranded on third and second, and the next part of the DePaul lineup will come up. We will see you in a couple of minutes.
You're fat and ugly.
You have no friends.
Nobody likes you.
And welcome back to Patriots Field. So we're in the next inning, top of the third, as we see Wayne Hills and DePaul tied at 1 apiece. Barone pitching, and looks like a ball. First pitch ball. Barone deals. Strike. Great pitch by Barone to even the count at 1-1. So Barone a little high. Will make it 2-1 on the count. Not able to make the DePaul batter bite right there. John Barone is having himself a season. In 17 innings pitched, he has 33 hits, 27 strikeouts. And although it's a 7.0 ERA, he's definitely one of the best pitchers on this Wayne Hills roster. We saw a strike right there for the DePaul batter. Barone a little high, so we'll see another ball. Looks like the batter will take a timeout. Looks like he's readjusting his batting gloves. Barone deals. Strike. Strike 3. Another strikeout on the day for John Barone. We'll see the next batter up with 1 out. Nobody on base.
John really working these hitters with 2-strike pitches. It looks like they're all confused around here. I mean, one of them's too far in front of the ball, one of them's too far behind the ball. John's doing a great job mixing up his pitches.
That's right. When he falls down behind in the count, he definitely makes up for it. As we see, he threw a ball right here. Barone pitches again. And swing and miss. A lot of action on that pitch.
Yeah, you heard it in the glove of Mason Smith. He definitely felt that one as the catcher of hard-throwing John Barone.
It's one of his better pitches, and we see a foul tip over the Wayne Hills dugout. Looks like ball got away from Mason Smith.
Yeah, John's curveball right there. You saw it. You saw the early action on that one. He's more of a late action kind of curveball guy.
Wow. A lot of heat on that pitch, but it's a ball. So next pitch from Barone. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout. Barone having himself a day. So we'll see a righty up next for the DePaul team. With 2 outs and nobody on base. Looks like a little bit of off speed, but a ball.
It looks like this is Nate Bird, the opposing pitcher, John Barone. I mean, last time John let him get the first run of the game for the Spartans. Let's see what he could do now.
And another pitch down in the dirt. Be a 2-0 count. So the righty pitches. Foul tip behind, so it'll be a 2-1 count. Score in this lovely afternoon game, still 1 apiece. And an infield hit, but it's fouled. See Patrick Gilmore playing a little bit off of the bag, but he runs to first. Barone pitches, and another foul tip along the right field line.
Yeah, John throwing fastballs in on the hands right here, forcing him to hit the balls down the line and foul. I mean, that's where you want to be right now if you're John. I mean, let your infield, you got great players in the infield. Just make them work, make them get you outs. I mean, John could rely on his fielders, make him any play he needs.
Yeah, that's right. John Barone's fortunate enough to have a very strong infield. We've seen them convert on a couple of plays that have come to them. So another ball for Barone. Another deep count for him as well. So we'll see with both pitchers going very deep into their counts how this affects the rest of the game. Barone pitches in. Looks like a deep fly ball, and the outfielder calls off the man next to him, and he catches the ball. So there'll be 3 outs. Nice 1-2-3 inning for the pitcher, and we'll see the next part of the Wayne Hills lineup up next. So back again at the Patriots Stadium, we'll see John Barone, number 11, the pitcher today, up to bat.
John's going to try help himself out here and even help out his opposing teammates, work a little bit of Nate Bird's pitch count right here. I mean, he's getting up there. I mean, what are we in, bottom third right now? I mean, second time through the order for the Patriots. I mean, let's see what they could do.
Yeah, and Barone takes a strike. Definitely see a difference in the way hitters are approaching their pitches when they go second or third time through the lineup. A pitch bounces in the dirt, goes behind the catcher. Looks like Barone talking to the manager. Curious as to what the manager is telling him, but we'll see how it affects his approach at the plate. So Bird deals and foul tip above the Patriots dugout. Seeing a lot of foul tips today. Bird, another pitch in the dirt, cloud of dust goes up around the pitcher, the catcher, my bad. So we'll see another deep count in this game. Bird throws a pitch and strike. Looks like it's strike 3 for Barone. So after John Barone strikes out, we'll see number 25, Patrick Gilmore, who is the first baseman of this team. Another premium power position in baseball. We'll see if he can show off this power after taking a strike.
Yeah, Gilmore's been huge at the 4 spot for Wayne Hills. I mean, he's produced power and contact for them, moving runners along and everything.
And fouled off by Gilmore again. He'll fall into a 0-2 deficit. The score still 1-1. No runners on base. And a dinger hit by Patrick Gilmore, and it's a foul ball. If that stayed fair, very nice hit for him.
Yeah, you saw Patrick Gilmore get one in on the hands. I mean, he was able to do a lot with it, just win a little foul right there. I mean, if that could have dropped, that could have been an easy double or triple for the big man.
That's right, and we can see some impressive speed from Gilmore despite his size. See another foul tip here. So the tall righty, Bird, getting ready to pitch again. And infield hit to the shortstop. He throws it to first, and Patrick Gilmore is out at first. So it'll be 2 outs for the Patriots here. And next up to bat is Chris Houston, number 30. Chris Houston, their right fielder, another premium power position. We see them putting a lot of their power players, their power hitters, earlier in the lineup.
Yeah, Chris has been huge all year for Patriots. I mean, Chris might be a little bit bigger of a player, but if he's hitting one down the right field line, I could bet you he's getting the third on a triple.
For sure. We see he takes a strike right before that. Bird pitches again. And looks like it'll be a fair ball, and the outfielder catches it. Nice drive by Chris Houston, but not enough juice to get out of the park. So we'll see DePaul up to bat again. John Barone back on the bump after this. DePaul up to bat again. A foul tip. This is Jared Pohl joined by Joey Cunningham. In a 1-1 game. You see John Brown pitch again. Another foul tip. Get to an early 0-2 count. John Brown, we see a hit to number 7, Dean Holbert, second baseman, who throws it to Patrick Gilmore and gets the out.
I thought John Brown's about to have another strikeout right there. What's that, 4 in the last 2 innings as of right now? Posting huge strikeout numbers against these DePaul Spartans.
Yeah, seems like his number, his favorite letter is K. As we've seen a lot of Ks today. It looks like we'll see some action in the bullpen for the Patriots. Looks like that's number 20, Francesco Terranova, who's warming up a little bit. Another pitch taken by the DePaul batter. Should be interesting to see if they let Barone go through this inning, or if he gets into a bind, they let Terranova into the game. Called strike on the DePaul batter.
DePaul batter took a big hack at that one, thought. I mean, if he makes contact with that, it might have been a nice little double into the middle of left and center, but no avail.
That's right, we see Barone bounce a pitch off of home plate. Terranova also a very good pitcher for Wayne Hills. We see his statistics. He has, looks like, 5 games played, giving up 44 hits. He has an ERA of 9.41. And a strikeout. Another strikeout for John Barone on a very strike-filled day for him.
Here's John Brown getting into his rhythm a little bit. I mean, not letting hitters from DePaul even make contact with these balls. I mean, just going 1, 2, 3 right down the lineup.
We've seen very few outs made by his fielders, and we've seen most outs of the day come due to the strikeout. So John Brown pitches again, and it's a ball. Terranova still warming up in the bullpen. And Barone has the hitter foul a pitch. This will be a 1-1 count. Barone pitches again, and another strike. Another very good count in his favor with 2 strikes.
Yeah, here comes Sean. Going to see if he can get another strikeout right here before the inning ends.
Another foul tip backwards. See if John Brown can get out this batter on this next pitch. The righty deals an infield hit to the second baseman, Dean Holbert, throws it to first and out, caught by Patrick Gilmore to end the inning. So we'll see the Wayne Hills lineup up yet again.
Explain what happened.
Nothing happened.
Something obviously did.
Well, he came over, brought me flowers, and apologized for a small argument we had hours before.
Well, that was nice of him.
Yeah, it really was.
And what happened next?
Well, when he came over, I was getting ready to go out.
And how did he react?
He was kind of mad. So he just pushed me around a little, warned me not to do it again. It's not a big deal.
And today? What happened today?
He surprised me. I have to go.
Hello and welcome back. See the next part of this Wayne Hills Patriots lineup. And we're going to start off with another righty up the bat. Looks like he got hit on that pitch. So we'll see, that's Jason Sanfilippo, who's the shortstop. Get out on base very early. It looks like he's okay, which is a good sign. So now we'll see number 8, Mason Smith, who's the catcher, try to, looks like he shows bunt, but pitcher pitches around the bunt.
Nice play right there by Mason, pulling it back when he realized it wasn't a strike, because anything high, he doesn't want to pop it up and cause the possibility of Jason Sanfilippo getting picked at first.
That's right, and it looks like he's showing bunt right away. Looks like another taken pitch by Mason Smith. I think that was a ball. Bird pitches and called strike. So it's still a 1-1 game with one runner on, no outs. Mason Smith up to bat. Looks like the DePaul infield comes in and bunt goes to the pitcher, who tries to turn 2 but not able to get Mason Smith out. So the Patriots try to execute the sacrifice bunt, but only gets Sanfilippo out at second. So we'll see 1 out. Mason Smith on first. Now up to bat for the Patriots. That's number 3, Anthony Cuso.
Looks like Mason Smith just got sub from Matt Klarberg in at first base, putting a little more speed on the base path.
That's right. It's good to see some speed on the base path as Bird tries to pick off. I think that's Klarberg at first base. So we'll see Klarberg get a little bit of a lead at first base. Bird eyes him up. Bird tries to pick him off again, and very close call right there, but it looks like Klarberg got back to first base in time.
Oh, my bad.
Another pitch in. High hit, but it's caught by the shortstop, so. And would you believe that? Klarberg called out at first base after the fly ball.
Klarberg didn't really pick up where the ball was going. He thought maybe if it was in the outfield, he thought maybe he had a chance to get back at first, even if he was in the middle of first and second.
That's right, a little bit of a misunderstanding on his part, so we'll see DePaul's batters up to bat again. Welcome back to all our viewers. This is Jared Pohl alongside Joey Cunningham. And it's still a 1-1 game in the 5th inning. We'll see DePaul get a hit, and third baseman, nice stretch by Patrick Gilmore to get the first out.
Anthony Cuso making a nice bang-bang play right there. He knew he had little time right there. Got the glove, made a quick scoop. Nice throw to first.
That was an absolute laser. And although Gilmore had to stretch a little bit for that, he was very on target. So quick 1 out, which is good for Barone because it's a little less stress on his arm this inning. we'll see another righty up for DePaul, who takes a strike. So it'll be a 0-1 count. Barone looks like a pop-up, and it'll go to second baseman Dean Holbert, who makes an easy fly out. So it'll be 2 outs.
Nice play right there by Dean Holbert. I mean, every play has been made, even the easy ones, and Dean Holbert doing a really good job of making the easy play look even easier.
I agree. He does a good job of making it look easy. So we'll see. Next batter up. Barone throws it just above the plate, but it'll be a ball. We saw Francesco Terranova warm up a little bit earlier, but there's no action in the bullpen, so it should be interesting to see if after a swing and a miss, we see Barone throw maybe a complete game. We're already halfway through this game.
Yeah, Wayne Hill's Patriot management probably just saw the pitch count. They probably just realized that they got to ride their ace the rest of the game.
That's right. He still has his stuff as we see another swing and a miss. Barone with third swing and a miss. Very impressive stuff from him. Not even contact on 3 strikes, so good job on him. We see another switch. Wayne Hills will be up to bat again and look to increase the scoring margin from 1-1 into a more widespread game. We'll see you in a little bit. So now we're back again with the Patriots up to bat. It'll be number 24, Josh Kerzer, batting for the second time this game. Kerzer takes a ball. Kerzer takes another ball. So Bird again falling a little behind in the count. And Kerzer with a infield fly. It looks like it's a foul ball, so he gets another chance.
See if Josh Kerr lead the inning off with possibly a walk or a single.
Yeah, it would definitely be a good sign for things to come. As we see a dinger, and it drops in between the 2 outfielders. The center fielder will take the ball, throw it in, and not in time. We see Josh Kerzer open the inning with a lead-off double. Nice job by him.
Yeah, Josh making contact with the 2-strike pitch. I mean, he knew Nate had to come in on him. He didn't want to get to full count. Josh able to drive in between left and center, and Josh Kerzer leading off the inning with a double.
That's easily one of the better hits we've seen today. Nice job by him. So now we'll see the leadoff man, Dean Holbert, number 7, who is our second baseman, up for the 3rd time today. See if he could bring Kerzer home. It's a strike. It's good to see we have a runner in scoring position to maybe score a run, break up this tie that we've seen since the first inning.
Yeah, they at least got to get the runner over to third before 1 out.
And a called strike for Kerzer. Kerzer will take a little bit of the lead off of second. And a nice hit. And looks like the shortstop bobbled the ball after catching it, so maybe he's safe. Dean Holbert looks like he's staying on the bases, so after we originally thought he was caught out by the shortstop, he dropped the ball. So we see Josh Kerzer's correction. It looks like Dean Holbert's going to the dugout, so it'll be 1 out.
Yeah, they're going to call on the throw. He caught the ball, so they're going to give Dean the out, but the throw back to second to double up Josh is where he lost control of the ball, and they're going to give him the out.
So lucky break for Hills right there, so Kerzer could stay on second base, and with only 1 out and a runner in scoring position, it's still looking very good for Hills. So we see another ball called for the next batter up to bat. Looks like that'll be
Louis Degatti.
Louis Degatti again, that's right. So Degatti takes a strike right there. He's also a sophomore, so we'll definitely see him a little more over the years.
Yeah, this is more of a younger Wayne Hills team. I mean, I think we only have 4 seniors on this team, 4 to 5 seniors. And this is a really young ball club. I mean, they got a lot to come in the next couple of years.
Trying after another strike, looks like it's a strikeout. No, sorry, that's 2 strikes for Degatti right there. We see a lot of the contributors to this Wayne Hills team are underclassmen or juniors. I mean, the only seniors I can think of off the top of my head are Barone and Kerzer. The rest of them are all sophomores or juniors. So Degatti took another ball right there. The tall flamethrower of a righty throws another ball, and it'll be a ball. So Degatti will hit into the single and just past the second baseman. Looks like he bobbled right there. Very good effort by him to sprawl it and try to get that ball. He definitely stopped it from going to the outfield. So nice job by him. But we have a runner on third in Josh Kerzer and a runner on first in Louis Degatti.
Wayne Hill's third base coach was calling Josh Kerzer come home. I think Kerzer made the good personal call to stay back at third, or else I think the second baseman covered in time might have thrown him out at home.
Yeah, it looked like the baseman was not to rocket a throw to home, so it probably would have been a very close call, but nice conservative play by Josh Kerzer right there. We'll see the next batter with a bomb going out, and the outfielder catches it. Kerzer will tag up and reach home, so we'll see next score since the first inning. It'll be 2-1 for the Patriots.
John Barone, like Nate Bird in the first inning, helping his own cause to give his team the 2-1 lead. I mean, we haven't seen a run in, I think, about 3 to 4 innings. I mean, John Barone breaking that.
That's right. I think he wants that W next to his name in the win column. So nice job by him to have a sacrifice fly deep. We'll see the next batter up to bat.
Yeah, realizing a ball on the ground might have turned too easily for the Paul Spartans. I mean, John realizing he had to get something up in the air and in the outfield did a great job of executing.
That's right, great play by him, and see another ball. We'll see number 25, Patrick Gilmore, up to bat again, with Degatti taking a little bit of a lead off first. Bird pitches in, fouled back by Gilmore. So now it's a 2-1 game in the 5th inning. And called out at first, Degatti taking a little bit too much of a lead. So now we'll see DePaul up to bat again.
Tobacco still remains the single largest probable cause of death and disease in the United States. Cigarette smoking kills more than 480,000 Americans each year, with more than 41,000 of these deaths from exposure to secondhand smoke. In addition, smoking-related illness in the United States costs more than $300 billion a year, including nearly $170 billion a year in direct medical care for adults and $156 billion a year in lost productivity. In 2015, an estimated 15% of these were current smokers. Of these, 75% smoked every day, and 24% smoked some days. Young people need to be the generation to stop smoking. Don't be the ones to stay away from smoking.
So we're here back again at Wayne Hills Field. The 2-1 Patriots lead in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, game getting deeper, and I think Wayne Hills hasn't even really thought of putting his pitcher out there past John Brown. I mean, this game's going to be all in the race, and I think he's going to be able to bring it home for him.
That's right. I think the game is really in his hands. And we see, with a 1-run lead, do you think that John Barone's approach towards throwing to this team changes? Do you think he's going to try to induce some more ground balls? Or do you think he's going to, be the same and he's going to try to take some chances and have some swing and misses?
He's going to take some chances. I mean, that's what John's really capable of. He's capable of being able to take these chances and being able for them to work out for him. I mean, he's really doesn't have to think about pitch count anymore. I mean, he's kind of past that point and being here in the 6th inning. So I think from here on out, I think it's going to be the John Barone show.
Totally agree with you, Joey, as we see him throw another first-out strike. And another foul tip, so we'll see another early 0-2 count. Seems like every single at-bat, John Barone has been able to get ahead of the count, which is definitely a key to winning games.
All spectators around us asking what's the count. I mean, every single time I tell them, John's got 2 strikes on a batter. I mean, looking to strike out another batter, keep his strikeout count high. I mean,
that's right. That's why we're able to see him take a little bit of chances with some breaking balls that make some hitters swing and miss, because he's able to take that chance because he doesn't throw a lot of balls.
you see John and Mason really getting on the same page right there. It looked like Mason was looking for a pitch just a little higher. I mean, maybe a different kind of pitch even. I mean, John's trying to get on the same page with his catcher, and you love seeing that if you're Wayne Hills.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see some chemistry and communication between a catcher and a pitcher. And Barone gives up. It looks like it'll be a single.
Jason Sanfilippo with a lasting effort right there to get the ball before it went to the outfield. No avail. I mean, even if he makes that play, I still think it's going to be a tough out at first.
That's right. Nice effort by him, but it's only a single. So we'll see the next batter righty up for DePaul, with number 2 taking a little bit of a lead off at first. The catcher, Mason Smith, throws it to first, but unable to pick off the runner.
That's not the kind of bunt attempt you want to see if you're DePaul. I mean, he's tried bunting a pitch that was well above the strike zone. I mean, even if he does make contact with that, he might just pop it up and get the easy out.
Yeah, kind of questionable right there, but we'll see what happens if the DePaul batter tries to bunt again. Swing and a miss, and the batter takes off, and Mason Smith kind of overthrew Dean Holbert, the second baseman, but nice stop by Sam Flippo. So we see the base runner advance to second base.
Yeah, it's a shame right there that the Patriots couldn't get him. He was a little late, but Mason didn't really think about it until the last second. He makes a pretty decent throw. I mean, just didn't get there in time.
So now we can see Gilmore play a little bit off of the first base line. It's a foul tip. So we really have not seen a lot of base runners for John Barone this game. It's interesting to see that the runner stole a base, got to second. I think they're going to be able to hold him on to second. Hopefully Barone is able to strand the runner at second. It's an infield hit, and throw to first is good. Nice stretch by Patrick Gilmore, scooping the ball out of the dirt.
Yeah, nice pick by Pat Gilmore right there. I mean, that's what you want out of your first baseman, and if I'm throwing any first baseman, I really hope it's him.
That's right. Definitely a combination of skill and size. It's a great player for the Patriots to have. So 2 outs in this 2-1 game. See the DePaul batter take a strike.
Saw John Barone's off-speed pitch get the DePaul batter a little off guard right there, but now John can really work with whatever he's got because now the DePaul batter doesn't know really much to look for.
That's right. And we see another foul tip. the runner at third base. You want to make sure that Barone can get a clean out here. Otherwise, they're going to be looking at another tie game, and they probably do not want that. So Barone steps off the mound for a second. Barone pitches in. It's a tip. It lands in the bullpen.
Yeah, Pat Gilmore looked like he wanted to climb the first base wall for that one, but Pat just doesn't have the height on that one.
Yeah, he's a very tall kid at above 6 foot tall, but there's no way he's going to scale a fence like that. So with 2 outs, see if Barone could seal the deal and swing and a miss. Seeing some of John Barone's best stuff tonight as he has another K.
Yeah, big strikeout right there, because if he puts that ball in play, I mean, Wayne Hill's infield was in, but if that gets over them, I mean, that's another run. The game's tied. Excellent job right there by John Barone getting the second out.
Totally agree with you there, Joey. It's a nice job to get that out because we can't see a sacrifice fly from DePaul to tie the game. Now they have to get a clean hit in order to advance their base runner. So we see the batter take a ball. And Barone throws. A little high. John Barone seems to be falling a little bit behind the count at this at bat. And swing and a miss.
Getting behind could affect John Barone this at bat, especially with the runner on third, because if this gets to 3 balls and possibly 1 strike, I mean, he knows he's gonna have to come in the zone. That's when the hitter can find his best stuff.
That's right, and deep hit and nice catch by the outfielder, sprawling, lying out, and making the catch. Great play by him to prevent a run.
Yeah, Josh Kerzer right there, looking for the ball. I mean, he really couldn't tell where it was. I mean, it's just the outfielder feel that he had inside of him. I mean, right, left, and he saw it the last second, able to make a nice little play on it, falling back.
And that's right, it was a line drive, so it was a very hard catch to make, but he did make it. So we're still looking at a 2-1 game. We'll see you in a little bit.
Water, Earth's most precious resource. With 75% of the Earth covered in water, many people may not even consider the damage we can deal to the environment by polluting our water. When water is polluted, it becomes undrinkable for humans and a dangerous habitat for the wildlife. If you live near the Pompton Lakes area, you may feel this effect stronger than other members of your community. Recently, after many years of pollution that left a mark on the once beautiful Pompton Lake, cleanup efforts have started in an attempt to recover the lake to its former beauty and make it safe once again. While these efforts have managed to make progress in restoring the lake, they could still use support to ensure that the lake is fully returned to us. That is why many organizations are forming that you can donate to help support the lake. Or you can help by just simply reducing your waste and making sure that none of the waste produced in your home or even your neighborhood ends up dumped in the lake.
So we see Wayne Hill's up to bat again. Another tip foul. Looks like DePaul is still sticking with their pitcher Bird despite it being a 2-1 game.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be a pitcher duel from the beginning, and here we are now. I mean, bottom 6, both pitchers still dealing.
And as we see, he bounces a pitch over the catcher. It still seems like he still has some of his best stuff left in him too. So Bird deals in another foul tip. And he pitches in. Nice hit, but foul. Bird deals and looks like a check swing. Says he did not go. So we see another pitch from Bird and to strike 3. Tough break.
Nice pitch by Nate Bird working the outside corner of the plate. I mean, he didn't swing before, but there he is getting a strike 3. Should have gotten the first place.
That's right. And looks like we'll see number 30, Chris Houston, up again. Houston with a little bloop, fielded by the third baseman who fires to first and out. Oh, looks like Chris Houston might have pulled the hammy right there. He just grabbed his hammy right away.
Yeah, Chris Houston stepped on the front of the bag. I mean, it looked like his leg caught the inner half of the bag. I mean, not looking great for the Wayne Hills Patriots, but if he's not able to come back in the 7th inning, you might need to see a new right fielder.
It's an unfortunate break for him. Seems like he slammed his helmet down in frustration as we see a little action in the Patriots bullpen. Looks like it'll be number 19 warming up. Looks like the pitcher will be Nick Palumbo. Nick Palumbo, a junior at Wayne Hills. He has what looks to be 7 games played in, 17.1 innings pitched, and a 15 ERA. Correction, that's a 9.29 ERA. Looks like Matt Clarberg will also be warming up. So we see a righty, 2 righties up in the Patriots bullpen. So we see Jason Sanfilippo, number 2, the shortstop, up to bat as the pitch gets behind the catcher.
Nate Bird seemed to be losing his composure a little bit. I mean, realistically, I mean, it looks like he only needs to get 2 outs. I mean, because if his team doesn't get a run top of the 7th, this one's going to be over.
That's right. And the hard hit ball a little past the second baseman and past the right fielder. So Jason Sanfilippo will go to second base. It's an error by the left fielder right there. I don't think he was expecting the ball to get to him.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't get a lot of action. I mean, Nate's really not allowing a lot of hits, but when you do, I mean, these fielders really weren't ready for that, and there it is, just showing up.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many balls hit into right field here at Patriots Stadium lately. So it looked like they caught the right fielder sleeping. Taking ball by the next batter up to bat. And that looks like it's number 8, Mason Smith, the catcher. The righty deals the pitch in, taken by the lefty, Mason Smith. So it'll be another ball. Still a 2-1 game. Another ball taken by Mason Smith. Looks like Sanfilippo will get a little bit of a running start, but he retreats back to second base as we see another ball. Another pitch in. Looks like the umpire called timeout, so that pitch is not going to count. You see Mason Smith getting into his batter stance as the tall righty, as Bird winds up again. It looks like another ball, so we'll see a walk from Mason Smith. Good concentration by Smith to get onto base, and we see a base runner on second and first, so we see Jason Sanfilippo on second base, and Mason Smith on first. It looks like we'll have maybe a pitching switch here as we see the infield meet with the pitcher.
We haven't seen many pitchers warming up for DePaul, so maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe even get a pitcher warmed up. I mean, Nate's really just losing his composure here. I mean, late in the game. I mean, it's a shame to see because we had a great pitcher duel between him and John Barone. Maybe both of them going the distance, but hopefully Nate can stay out there and keep dealing.
That's right. It looks like he will stay out on the mound. Definitely been a good pitching duel between the two pitchers as we've seen a very close 2-1 game. Looks like Kuso's up to bat. He takes a strike.
If I was Anthony Kuso, I'd take that strike too because Nate Bird not being on his best stuff as of late. I mean, take as many pitches as possible before Nate comes in there with the pitch he has to.
That's right, as we see another foul tip. Nate Bird, only a one-pitch pitcher with a fastball. We've definitely seen him throw that electric fastball entire game. He pitches. Taken, strike 3 by Kuso. So we have a runner stranded on first and second. And we'll see the next part of the DePaul team looking to rally. We'll be back soon. And welcome back to Patriots Stadium. We're in the top of the 7th inning where we can see the last of baseball action today. In a 2-1 very close game between the crosstown rivals, the DePaul Catholic Spartans and the Wayne Hills Patriots. We see possibly the last inning of the game. What do you think is going to go on between these two teams, Joey?
I think John Barone's going to come into the last inning like he's done in many of them. He's just going to mow down these last 3 hitters, and we're going to have ourselves a ball game. Wayne Hill's going to move on to the next round of the Passaic County tournament.
That's right. Hopefully that's Alec we see. And despite Nick Palumbo still warming up, we see a foul tip, and Patrick Gilmore comes away with the out. Looks like we saw the last of Palumbo, who goes and sits down, no longer warming up. So it looks like we'll see the John Barone show for the rest of this game. With
And
1 out.
quick little note, I mean, in the bottom of the last inning, we saw Chris Houston walk off with an injury, but now we see Vin Venturelli in right field. So that maybe that dictates a big outcome for the upcoming rounds if Wayne Hill is able to get these last 2 outs.
That's right. It's a tough break for him because he's definitely a player that can provide a lot of power. He's a very big kid. Vin Venturelli is definitely a speedy player, though, so he could definitely cover some ground in right field. So Barone pitches and swing and a miss. John Barone's stuff has looked electric today. And another miss. It's another strikeout, and we're 1 inning away from another Patriots win.
John Barone 1 out away from the complete game, and just like he's been all season, John's had his moments where he's struggled, but then he's had his moments where he's even flirted with perfection at times.
Yeah, for sure. And we see another strike, 2 strikes away from a Patriots victory. John Barone eyes up his next pitch and strike 2. Whether or not that was a tip or a swing, we'll definitely see another strike. So John Barone deals the next pitch and a little high, so it's a ball. It's a 1-2 count. So another tip.
John Barone feeling the adrenaline rush as he's only 1 strike away from the game.
That's right. He definitely wants to get this strike over with. Should be interesting to see what Mason Smith frames for his pitcher, and we see another tip. That ball is way over the dugout.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what kind of a pitch call Mason Smith's going to call for John Barone. I mean, he knows his pitcher best, and let's see if they can get the last strike.
I don't know about you, Joey, but I'm feeling a swing and a miss coming up. Another foul tip. Tough at bat by this DePaul player. And it's an infield single. Looks like the left fielder bobbled the ball, but the runner, number 7 for DePaul, will stay on first.
Tough break by John Barone, but a single's not going to hurt you in this situation as long as they are able to get the last out.
It looks like it's Scott West. Looks like he got the hit for DePaul, so we'll see. Up to bat next, number 10, Saul Ruffino.
Looks like Nick Palumbo's going to come in for John Barone in this situation. Maybe pitch count could have been an issue, but what a game by John Barone if this is the last out for him. I mean, handing the ball to Nick Palumbo to get the job done, and I think he definitely will, but can't really think about the game that John Barone threw until this game. This 1 out is...
Well, I guess the way they see it is, looks like Barone is starting to tire, so might as well put in Palumbo. Maybe he get the 1 out that's needed for the Patriots to seal a victory. So we've seen an absolute gem by John Barone, only giving up 1 run, very few hits, and we've seen a lot of strikeouts from him today. Very nice job, well done by him.
His stuff was electric out on the mound, and you see him coming in right field for Vin Venturelli's. If the runner on first could possibly get all the way home, I mean, you still need John Barone's bat in the order, and that's exactly what they did.
That's right. It's good to see that they have a starting pitcher like him who's also able to contribute in the field as well. Very versatile player. So with Palumbo very close to finishing his warm-up, we'll see possibly the last batter of the night. Looks like that'll be number 23, John Amadeo, up to bat. He is the 9th hitter in this DePaul Catholic lineup.
Amadeo trying to savor his team's chance at a Passaic County championship right here. I mean, he's got to bring this runner all the way home from first. I mean, it's going to take a lot, but I think he could do it.
Yeah, it will be very difficult with 2 outs, so he's got to be careful in his approach. If there is no outs, you could see him maybe try to bunt and advance the runner, as it is only a 1-run game, but he's going to have to do something very big in order for him to score. So Palumbo tries to pick off the runner at first base. So Palumbo, who is a righty junior, tries to pick off the runner again at first base. Trying to keep him near the bag.
Yeah, because if he steals, I mean, he's done it twice so far today, I'm pretty sure. So if he can get in a scoring position with 2 outs, I mean, this would be huge. So Nick's trying to keep him close a little bit.
It's a third straight tag up between Gilmore and Palumbo. So Palumbo will throw his first pitch and the runner will advance, but Mason Smith unable to throw the ball in time. So now we have number 7 for the DePaul Catholic Spartans, Scott West, in scoring position. So now we'll see the outfielders advance back into the field with what looks like number 2, Yanni Kabalaj up to bat.
Outfield's coming in a little bit, so if a single drops, I mean, they got to really gun the runner down at home.
Yeah, they definitely want to make sure this ball does not go over their heads. That would be worst case scenario for them right here. We see another ball from Palumbo. And it's a foul tip that ends up on the Wayne Hills dugout. So it's a strike here for Palumbo. So Palumbo, the righty, ready to deal his next pitch. Strike 3. And that's a ball game here at Patriot Field. So we've seen the absolute gem by John Barone here. Nick Palumbo able to come and get that one final out. And we see Wayne Hills advance onto the next round.
What a game by John Barone, leaving it up to the last out for Nick Palumbo, who gets the job done. And what a great game this was for Wayne Hills. This is a fun game to watch from both sides. Being a DePaul or Wayne Hills fan just had you on the edge of your seat at all times.
That's right, and we see pretty big rivalry end on a Wayne Hills victory. So it's a very good day to be a Wayne Hills Patriot. This has been Jared Pohl and Joey Cunningham signing off.